Exceptional achievement. Albert Renison. Things were very different when Albert first began refereeing local football matches over 50 years ago. But the 78-year-old is still as dedicated to it as he was back then, and was recently awarded an FA Long Service to Football Award. With no plans to blow the whistle on his distinguished career just yet, Albert still referees 4 matches every weekend.
I'm 79 years of age, and I played football from about 1961. Got involved and really enjoyed it, and then I got into trouble with referee, and I thought, time to stop. So in 1972 I went on a referee course. I enjoyed it that much I took up teaching young people to be referees. And 2 lads that I'm teaching are now on Premier League. I met my wife through playing football for a team down Kendry. I met her, and we'd been courting for about 4 years. Anyway, this particular day I'd been footballing. I went up to pick her up to take her out for a night. She says, you have to go see Vicar up Barnsley. I says, what for? We're getting married. Getting married? I says, hold on a bit. I says, what about football? She says, I'll wash your kit, I'll look after you, I'll never interfere with football as long as we get married. So that's what we did. Got married. And she's been true to it. She's never ever muttered once. I'm out this weekend. I'm going to do 4 games, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. She'll never say a word, but she'll expect me to take her for a meal afterwards.
George Spencer. George has worked tirelessly for the Barnsley branch of Parkinson's UK for the past 22 years, having played a pivotal role in ensuring that group members were united with the services they required. He also ensured sufficient funds were raised to pay for a nurse dedicated to caring for Parkinson's patients.
My name is George Spencer. My wife was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and Grace came home from one of the meetings to say that it looked as though it was going to fall. I would I go with her to this meeting to form a new committee, and came away with my wife as the secretary and I was the chairman.
I've now taken over from George as the chair of the Barnsley branch, and we are eternally grateful to him for all the work and support that he and his wife put in originally. He did a phenomenal amount of fundraising in the early days, connected with getting this specialist Parkinson's nurse in post. And George set about, with his committee, raising a phenomenal amount of money over a number of years to get a nurse dedicated for Parkinson's for 2 years. And after that, then the hospital did actually take that on as a permanent role.
Roy Pardon. It's over half a century since Roy joined the Barnsley and District Football Association, and he spent many of those organising the Barnsley Hospital Cup competition, raising thousands of pounds for the hospital charity. At 74, Roy says he's handing over the reins to a good set of lads, but admits he'll be watching them like a hawk. Roy's nomination paid tribute to the many, many people who've benefited from Roy's stalwart service.
My name is Roy Pardon. I'm 74 years old and I've lived in Barnsley area all my life. For the last 52 years I've been involved in local football as a player, a manager, and for the last 45 years as secretary of the Barnsley and District Football Association. The Barnsley FA was originally formed as the Barnsley Charity Football Union in 1891. There was no National Health Service in the middle of the 19th century. Now, fortunately, a gentleman called John Stanislaus Beckett took interest in this, and he took out an endowment for £5,000 in 1862 in order to build Barnsley Beckett Hospital, and in In 1898, a delegation from the hospital met with the Barnsley Football Union to ask if they would run an annual charity cup competition with proceeds to be donated to the hospital. And in recent years we've donated to the Tiny Hearts Appeal. Last year our donation supported the building of the garden area and seating pods adjacent to the restaurant where staff can take a little time out. And this year's donation we donated to cancer care to support some of the older patients. Let's hope the competition continues for another 100 years.